He's like an M&M. He's got a hard candy shell, but inside really soft.
He's like nobody you've ever met, but somebody that you always want to be with. His personality is just, here I am, you take it or you can go change the channel.
He is so tough, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but I've grown to know that, okay, that's his tough side, and really inside he's super nice.
I'm Johnny Magic, host of Johnny's House on XL 1067.
XL.
Johnny's House.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 6:01 Friday morning, and this is Johnny's House.
I got my start in radio when I was in college, and my college roommate worked at the campus station, and he asked me to help him do a commercial. At that point, that's all I wanted to do was radio. I was there on a track scholarship, and I was spending more time at the radio station than on the track, and I had to make a decision, and that decision was that I was going to try to make radio a career, which meant they took the track scholarship, which meant I was back home.
Johnny's work ethic is a lot like mine. I think that's why we do get along so well. Like, we both have the mindset that no matter what happens with anybody else, our stuff's gonna be tight, me and him. And if we figure if we keep our work tight, then everything else will take care of itself.
Wow. Right now in the Orlando market, I have the #1 rated morning show. And I've been 1, 2, or 3 rated for the last 10, 12 years.
He's a single guy, he's never been married, he has no children, he has a fantastic, successful career. I think he must feel some sort of need to say thank you to the world.
The motivation behind my 100 charities is that I realize that me going to these individual charities make a difference. That they make more money or they get recognition to their charities. And if I'm in a position that I can do that, why not?
One morning to the next, he just came in, I'm gonna do 100 charities by the end of the year. And we're like,
you're doing what? You're giving away 100 free appearances? Absolutely. On my own time, on my own dime, and it's what I want to do. And it's just been so rewarding to see the passion that different people have for the things that they believe in.
I'm not sure what it is, but every time he gets on that mic, he realizes that he has a responsibility with, the fact that he has influence over people. He has a job where people listen, and he has 100,000 watts. So I think that he can't just go home every day knowing that all we did was talk about, the coolest high heels out right now. I feel like he wants to use his position and his job and his microphone for some good as well, to balance out sort of the silliness that sometimes we talk about.
One charity, it was a Sweet Wars, and I don't remember even saying that I was going to do it, but I did it, and they were just calling, and I knew it was a new organization. I'm like, oh, this is going to be blah, blah, blah. So I did it, and I hosted, and I judged, and they were extremely nice. And the hostess said, we had this check for $1,000, but with Johnny being here and putting it on the air, we can make it for a larger sum. And I was like, wow. And I was driving to have breakfast with a friend, and it dawned on me, it's like God spoke to me. It's like, if you can use your name and your position to help other organizations and these charities, you should do 100 by the end of the year. Baby DJ is one that's close to my heart. It's one that we started when we first started, myself and Doc and Johnny in the morning.
At first, it was just, okay, we're giving lots of toys to lots of people, because I wasn't in the work side of it. And then when I got into the show, I moved into the work side of it.
Now we're doing more than just toys. We are doing, whatever needs to be done in the community. I'm in that warehouse every day that it's open.
He spends all of his time, all of his energy, all of his money, everything you can imagine going into that charity, because for whatever reason that's close to him, near and dear to his heart, it's the most important thing in his life.
I think it's good to let people know that, I'm doing 100 charities, that if I can inspire one person watching to do one, go to those organizations, tell me you want to volunteer, and they'll put you to work. And I think once you learn to volunteer, you'll get that feeling that you're like, you know what, this is what I've been missing. My life, I've been doing all these things, but there's something that is missing. And if it can touch your heart and it can touch someone else, then what can happen is that we can make a difference. If me doing these charities can help one organization get their name out there more than before, raise one extra dollar. The reason I did is to let people know that you can do it too. I'm just a guy with a radio show, no different than anybody watching right now. And if I would look upon myself to say this is what I want to do, I'm not saying everybody can put in the time to do 100. Some people have families, they have jobs that they're committed to, and so do I. But if you can do one, I challenge everyone, listen now, find one charity, volunteer at one event, and I think we can all make a difference.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to hand this thing over to Janet. Y'all have a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.